Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I wanted to get another one of these, my personal progress report kind of things out there. Trying to do them on a monthly basis. Did one roughly about a month ago. I think it was around August 10th. So I wanted to get another one out there now so you can take a look if you are at all interested. You can go ahead back over the series of months and see how I progressed, how I made decisions, and what I'm into, how I've progressed through the games that I really enjoy. Really trying to be as transparent as possible. There's a lot of gamers out there that recommend a whole bunch of games, and then they never play them. So I wanted to make sure that I have this information out there so you can actually see, yes, he's actually playing these games. He's actually into these games. It's not just me trying to sell some stuff out there. So that's why I do these. Also try and help anyone that's either getting new into the game or trying to transition to a new game. Just trying, those of you that are at a point where you're just stuck. You're not sure where to go. There's a bear market going on right now, so there's not a ton of sales. There are game launches. Some are good, some are bad. So there's still options out there, but there's not nearly as much as there was 6 months ago. So I wanted to show you how I'm dealing with the bear market. I am still jumping into games. I'm still testing games out. So I strongly believe that during a bear market is when you can get a lot of stuff super cheap, especially if there's quality out there. That when the bull market comes back around, you've just set yourself up for success. Granted, some of these projects that I show may not make it through. I hope they do. Based on the research I've done, they're the best options, and I'm excited about them as far as the long-term vision of these. So that's why I continue to either hold into them or increase my handle in the game. Before I really jump in here, a few things I wanted to cover. First of all, if you're not subscribed, please go ahead down under the video and like and subscribe. It really helps. It really lets me know that you like these kind of videos, so I'll continue to make them on a monthly basis. Also, it just really helps with the algorithm, trying to get out to more people, both in the Wax community and in the traditional game community, to let them know how awesome the Wax community is and hopefully bring more people into the Wax community. So a like, subscribe goes a long way, and also comment down below how you're progressing. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any games. Don't just take what I'm doing as a blueprint and copy it, because it may not work for you. The timing's different. The prices are different. So make sure you do your own research to jump into a game that works best for you. And last but not least, before we jump in there, I'm not doing this to gloat. Again, this is for me to be transparent, for me to go ahead and show you exactly what I'm doing, so you can see that there is ability to progress. There's some games that are on this list that people say are not profitable. They are if you do it right. So that you just have to be a little more patient. The ROI on most games on Wax right now is not the week that it used to be. So you just have to do it right. All right, enough rambling, enough talking just through the basics. Let's go ahead and dive in here. These first group of games are games that I am excited about, but I'm just currently on hold. I'm not buying more into them. I'm not selling out of them. I'm really just playing the game and seeing how it progresses over the next coming months. I still think they have a long-term vision that's really good. For one reason or another, I have my focus elsewhere, but I am not selling out of these first couple games. Starting off with Waxel World. This game has done the initial release. I have 20 ninjas in here, one on this account, one on my backup account. It is allowed by the developer, Ryu. He's come out and flat out said you are allowed to multi-account as long as you don't do it excessively. I'm doing it with 2. I am not doing bots, so I'm completely within the rules. But I have 20 ninjas. I am collecting my citizens and waiting for the housing expansion to come out. I haven't added more. I haven't removed any, so I'm just kind of holding steady and doing the daily grind on this one. Farming Tales is a very similar situation. Kind of waiting for new Wax Chester. We've been waiting for a while for new Wax Chester, but I am not buying more. I am not selling. I am holding steady, collecting my cest, and really gearing up for new Wax Chester because I think I have a very good mixture. I have a mixture of all different types of products, and that's kind of what my recommendation would be. If anyone's interested in getting a new Wax Chester, now's a really good time to get your assortment. The meta used to be geese, get a bunch of geese, have an army of geese, let them do eggs, and you could kind of roll in the cest. Now that new Wax Chester's coming out, you have to be more balanced. You have to, and now's the perfect time to get ready for that. So I have animals of all different types. I have plants of all different types. I'm still not planting my gardens. I am saving all my seeds, waiting for new Wax Chester. In the game itself, I am selling all the products just because of that limitation you have on the barn. There's only 2 items that I am not selling on a daily basis. And going over here, and those are the legendary ones. They are, give it a second, they are the fish and the lumber. These are ones that I am not selling and will not sell to until new Wax Chester comes out. Everything else, I'm selling. The reason I'm holding on to those is because they're the ones that are harder to get, and I have a feeling they're going to have more value come forth. So let's go ahead and sell these. And that's what I'm doing right now for Farming Tales, is kind of holding steady. Taco's a similar boat. I've been struggling over the last week because I would like to get put more wax towards Taco. You'll see here later in the video the reason why I'm not. And it's not a bad thing. Taco's still awesome. But I have the same extractors I used to have. I have the same promos and boosters that I used to have. I mentioned it last time, collectors, I have these. I'd like at some point to go ahead and level these up, similar with my venues. I'd like to go ahead and level them up, and that's what I'm referring to as I want to put more wax in to go ahead and level these up. I just keep getting distracted by other things. So it is what it is. But I am continuing to keep an eye on this. I do my brigade every 3 to 4 hours. Looks like it just converted or just reset, so there we go for that. But I am holding steady on that. I have my extractors, they're working. Collectors, again, want to boost those up a little bit. Million on Mars, holding steady on this. I have not bought any. I've barely played this, to be honest with you. They've made some changes recently. Still a great game, but it's a great game for those that have a lot in there. I don't have a ton. I have 2 lands. But I don't have what I would consider a ton. This is what I really have. So it makes it a little bit harder for me, which it is what it is. But I am holding on to them because I still think it's a good game. Who knows, they may make some adjustment to make it more user-friendly for my style of play. So that's why I'm holding on to it, because I think it's a very good project. All right, the next couple on the list, I'm just going to show you. I'm not actually going to jump in games. Immersis, I like what they've done with Immersis recently. I still have my iron tools and my rusty sword. I have a few rusty tools also. So I do have the basics. I like to jump in there occasionally, do some grinding sessions. Because of all the videos I'm making, I don't necessarily have as much time for a grinding game, but I enjoy it. It is one of my favorite games as far as gameplay goes, especially gathering. So I would definitely be holding on to these. And then we also have, from the Wax Studios, I have Music Mogul. I've been holding on to these, just waiting for the game to launch. I think this one has a lot of potential also. Hasn't launched yet, so it's kind of hanging in there like Waxel World was, where I grab a lot of the NFTs before it launches, so I'm ready for the game to launch. In addition to that, I also am holding steady on Blockchain Brawlers. With what I got before the minting process stopped, which is a wrestler, a ring, and minor stuff. So I do have those, and I'm holding steady with those. And the last for this list is Apex Conquest. I have the first edition commander, some troops. I haven't really been playing it. I'm waiting for the later stages, so I want to hold on to that first edition commander. Just waiting for some additional development that's going to be coming out here shortly. All right, a few of the games that were on the list last month that I have exited or am in the process of exiting. Not because they're not good games, just because, as you can see, what I've showed so far are only the games that I'm holding on. I haven't even gotten to the games that I'm putting wax into. So I am in way too many games. And this was what I stressed in the last month. I needed to exit a few. I still probably need to exit a bunch. But it's the point where it's really hard to let go of some of these because I think they all have a lot of potential. But those that I've exited since the last video is RadiQuest, Pinup Warlords, and I'm on the fence with NFT Draft. I really like the NFT Draft side of it. I just don't have the time to really focus on putting a lineup or jump in a bunch of competitions each week. So I'm on the fence with those. Again, 3 games that have a lot of potential. I just don't have the bandwidth. So I had to exit a few, and those just happened to be the 3 that I exited. All right, now let's talk about the 4 projects that I'm actively putting wax, whether it's right now or at some point in the last month and over the next few weeks. I try my best to focus on one game at a time. So I try and get a goal, and I push towards that goal. Once I finish that goal, I jump to the next one. So for these games, these are the ones that I've been focused on with those goals. First of all, it's not a game, but it's the project. All the Funko projects. What I try and do when there's a new drop, I try and grab, if I like them, the royalty and maybe a few of the legendary or grails. And it's for multiple reasons. One of the reasons is my personal collection. If I happen to really like the collection, when the physical pop comes out, I'll go ahead and hold on to that for my personal collection. The other thing is some of these have some decent profit to them. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some, and I'll go ahead and sell them when they arrive here in the mail. So I get some financial side. It's not much. I maybe do 1 or 2 Funkos a drop, whether I keep it personally or I try and sell them. But I'm, as you all have seen from my channel, I like the Funko side. So that's one of the items that I actively put money into. I actively put wax into. They have another drop coming up here, Looney Tunes. I want to see the actual collection itself. It's not released yet. Once that goes ahead and that information's out there, I'll see if I make that one of my goals that comes up here next Tuesday. Next one is the one that's on the list every single time, castles. Since last project, what I've done was I added 2 castles since the last video. I ended up selling one of the castles to jump in another game here, only because I knew I could get another castle pretty quickly. And now I'm working on another castle. So here, by the time we do another recording, I'll have at least 1 more castle. So that's my focus now, is to increase the castles. What I did in addition to that is I added another lumberjack to the list, just so I can produce lumber quicker. I use lumber quite a bit for the carpenters. I also use lumber for the miners, and occasionally I'll go ahead and sell 10 if I'm focused on another goal to give me some additional wax on a regular basis. So that's right now for castles. This is where I stand. I did grab one of the blacksmith guilds. I ended up getting a low one, and for some reason is not showing here right now. Let's go ahead and refresh. There we go. I ended up getting a low bounty, which was kind of what I wanted, because I wanted to go ahead and upgrade from the commons to the uncommons rather easily. If I would have got a high bounty, then I would have got a second one of these bounties to get a low one. But I'm happy with that. It would have been great to do a high bounty also, but I didn't really have the resources at the time. So castles is continuing to still be a big focus, ramping up to get ready for the dungeon expansion, which will happen here in the next month and a half. In addition with that, is I have added a few things to Realm. Main being is I added another 5-star leader. What I want to do is I want to get another 5-star leader in here. It is going to reset here in about 8 days, so I'm holding off on getting any more leaders or any more, just in case I happen to grab another one of the packs when they come out. Undecided on that yet, just to see what I get from it. But here in the next season, the October season, I will go ahead and grab another 5-star leader, so you can see what I have. As far as the NFTs go, these are the leaders I have, focused on getting these. I have been upgrading my 3 stars. From a helper perspective, it is the same as last time. I do want to get some additional helpers. What I may do, instead of paying wax for those, I may just build up my RLM and then go ahead and buy them at the store, because they are available at the store for a decent price, especially if you're able to earn up the RLMs, which I am now that I'm starting to get more of the 5-star leaders. All right, and then last but not least, this is the only game that's really new on the list. I made another video about it, and this is the reason why I sold one of my castles, because I wanted to get a chunk of wax so I could go ahead and jump into this game full steam, because I feel like I'm late to the game. But if I get a big enough handle, I'll be able to do well in the game. And as I mentioned before, I was able to earn back the castle pretty quickly, so I wasn't overly concerned with that. But the last one on the list is Mining Network. With the sale of the castle, I was able to grab a bunch of epics. I've been upgrading those epics over the last couple weeks. Haven't been in this game super long, but it's allowed me to go ahead and grab some of the newer packs for the Class 6 and the Class 7. I just grabbed a Class 7 today. Unfortunately, with all the packs that I've gotten, I've been very unlucky. I've gotten all commons. I've sold a few commons to try and get more packs, but that is how it is. But this is the game that I've recently got into. Right now I'm alternating between getting additional ASIC miners for this and castles and the occasional Funko in there when the drops happen that I like. But this is where most of my focus over the last month has gone, between this and the castle side. Again, let me know down below, what games are you focused on? Tell me the list of games that you're playing right now. I'm trying to be transparent. These are the list of games that I'm working on. These are the NFTs that I have for them. You've seen how I've progressed over the last month. Go ahead back through the past videos. You can see how I've progressed from month to month to month. It's just trying to give a track record for those of you that are really looking for one way how to do it. Again, this is not a blueprint. Please don't take it as a blueprint. This is just the way how I'm doing it. If you try and copy exactly what I'm doing, guarantee it will not be the same way, because the prices that I had may be different than the prices that you have. Also, the timing and the situation. It's just take it as an example. Take it as entertainment purposes only. All right. Again, please subscribe, like if you like these kind of videos, and let me know in the comments down below what you're playing. All right. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.